teachings to accomplish our full potential as human beings. And then I think we have to struggle against anything or anyone who tries to prevent us from becoming human beings in the most wide range definition of what a human being is. And I think that, sisters are doing that, and that is one of the key things that we really have to be about. Another thing I think we have to do is organize. I think that black women have to become organized. We have to really discuss, debate, develop the issues that are pertinent to us as women, that are pertinent to our families, that are pertinent to our children. I think that we have to come together and deal, with ourselves and deal with analyzing what we're up against. How do we change that? And I mean, we have to come together based on our oppression as women, our oppression as black women, and to deal with the whole question of racial oppression, sexual oppression, class oppression, and really take positions that are ours in relation to those areas.
Hail Zamet, peace gods and goddess. For a moment, I want to talk about the involvement of black women in the black nationalist movements, you understand? Just as Ashada Shakur has stated, it is very important that black women are organizing, that black women are coming together and essentially creating an umbrella of sisterhood within black nationalism. You understand? It is important that you guys are organizing and sharing ideas, political ideas, cultural ideas amongst one another. It is important that you are building one another and not seeking any sort of comfort within the system. Okay? It is also important to note that as a black nationalist, as a male black nationalist, I do understand essentially that when it comes to removing layers, okay, when it comes to removing layers that have been put on us, and we are trying to free our mind, uh, that for you as a black woman, you have almost a double layer of oppression. You're black and you're a woman. Once you alleviate the pressures of being black, you still have to deal with the pressures of being a woman in a society that is very anti-women. In a society that is so anti-women that in nature, in your backyard, you can't even plant a a a woman tree. Essentially, you cannot plant a female tree because that produces too much sovereignty, and that essentially is a metaphor, if you will, or an analogy for the way that this society views women. Okay, you have to control the women, because if a group of women that belongs to, specifically the black race, if black women begin to develop a certain sense of dignity and a certain sense of self-sovereignty, then that in turns creates self-sovereignty for the black race. You understand? Just as if I am able to plant a female tree in my backyard, well, what happens is now I am able to keep reproducing my own food. I am able to keep reproducing my own products, and therefore I am now self-sufficient, all because of the female tree that I planted. You understand? And so in turn, what happens is now this society is nipping at the female tree that is within the black race. So when we talk about women in black nationalism, it is important, and I am heavily advocating that you guys are creating your own organizations, that you guys are coming together and essentially partaking in sisterhood. Okay, talking about political ideas, forming new political ideologies that is outside of the mainstream system, and also connecting with predominantly, male black organizations and things of this nature. Uh, for instance, within the Zamet organization, we are looking to incorporate more black women into our organization, having a Zamet women branch, if you will, ran and controlled by women. I am a firm believer that as a man, there is very limited input that I can have on the actions of women, on the behavior that women is supposed to conduct. I have very little input on the life of a woman in general because, as you can see, I am born a man. I am a man. I do not know what it means to be a woman. I do not know what it means to carry myself as a woman. I do not know what it means to be in a relationship as a woman. I do not know what it means to live day by day, to wake up and walk outside and interact with the world as a woman, especially as a black woman. Okay, so I need black women to come together and share these type of things. Just as Ashada Shakur has said, you guys have to come together and share these type of experiences and ideas, and realize that you guys are all going through the same thing, and that you as a black woman, once you ground yourself in your grassroots struggles, that then you can meet the black man halfway. A lot of black men are now taking the time to understand the way that society is pressuring us and is oppressing us as black men. You understand? And as black women, I very much so encourage that you guys do the same, because it is very important that we understand the layers of oppression that we are facing, and that we are able to organize around that and actually create real solutions that will move us forward. You understand?